Oh my, oh, this isn't good at all. What am I going to do about this?
What's happened now, Bev?
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. What am I supposed to do about this now?
Bev? I really don't care to sit here listening to you trying to act out another one of your scenarios where you're concerned about something. Just tell me what's happened and let's move on with this. You're starting to annoy me again.
Annoy you? Oh, Chloe, how dare you? Calling your own husband's mother annoying like that.
Just tell me what's going on. I already know the kind of person you are, so trying to act all concerned about anything that has to do with me is no use. And I'm going to just assume that once again you've done something that will cause me the most trouble, like always. So get on with what you have to tell me.
You really are so disappointing.
And you think you have any right telling me that when you're the one trying to once again create some rough waters between yourself and your daughter-in-law?
Well, so be it. I don't have time to mess around anymore myself, so here's the thing. I ended up losing your passport, so would you mind staying home while we all leave? Even Devin is saying that's our best plan.
Is that right? I'm not sure how and why you had my passport in the first place, but what you're saying is that it's best I stay home?
That's what I'm saying.
Understood, Bev. Then I'll be heading home now. Devin, did you end up giving my passport to your mom?
What? Wait, I have no clue what happened there with your passport. And hold on, wasn't it you that took it with you?
Well, one might say that. I would have to, or else it would be impossible for me to board a plane to head out of the US, right?
Did something happen?
If you're not already aware, I just got a couple of texts from your mom. She told me that she ended up losing my passport somewhere and that I need to head home right now and stay there while you guys are gone.
What the heck? I can go have a word with her right now about what she's talking about if you'd like me to.
Please do. Where are you at right now?
I'm in the restroom. I was actually on my way here when you started to text me because I was wanting to have a word with you to see what was happening. And since I was with both of my parents, I didn't want them questioning what I was doing, so I said I had to do a number 2.
I see.
Anyway, we both weren't planning to spend a lot of time with them anyway, and I'm still ready with the plans you and I had.
Same with me. No problems here at the moment.
Roger that. Then I'll get ready to head back out to them.
Sounds good. And good work hiding in the restroom like that.
Take care of my little sister for me, please.
Will do. Safe travels out there.
Thank you, Chloe. And the same thing goes for you guys.
We're having so much fun out here in the Bahamas. I know that you weren't able to come along with us since your passport was lost and everything, but coming out here was the right choice for all of us. My husband and I, along with Devin, are having the best time ever here with nobody else involved. I just knew that the best way to enjoy a vacation was with my family and my family alone.
You say that you wanted all of your family there and only your family, but doesn't it seem strange to you that your daughter isn't there?
Huh? Rachel? Oh, like you, she doesn't have anything to do with being a part of my family.
Even though she's Devin's little sister?
And I'm saying my family does not allow for there to be any useless people like her in it. Jesus. Now, all the fun I was having is being wasted on this conversation.
If you feel like you're not having a good time now, then you shouldn't have started texting me in the first place.
I just wanted to show you how much fun we were having.
Ah, well, I don't care about how you all are doing there. I can see that you all are having a great time there, but I don't want to sit around all day talking with you about it, so goodbye for now.
Hold it right there! This is what I mean by you not being cute at all. You really have nothing else in that head of yours besides hate.
I should have known that would happen. I knew your skills of being able to dodge my mom like that were gonna come into play, and you did a great job of ruining her fun.
So you did see that unfold.
Well, it's just that my mom had me there alongside her, thinking that I'm her ally in all of this, and wanted to show me how much of a bully she could be. And then when you said those things to her towards the end of that conversation, she turned to me, whining about it all.
Sorry for causing you any trouble there.
Oh, that's right. This has to do with what my mom was saying about having lost your passport and all. I think she assumed that you'd actually be coming out to join us all on this vacation and wouldn't be heading somewhere else completely different.
Ah. So she must have thought that when I said I'd be going on vacation as well, that it meant I would be with all of you guys, and that's why she went out of her way to lose my passport?
Well, when I had a moment, I noticed something that looked like a passport hanging out of her bag and went to take a look while she was away from it. And that passport just so happens to be yours, which means that she didn't lose it at all.
Is that right?
I think the one she lost on purpose had to be the small notebook you had that happened to look like a real passport.
Wait, so she purposefully lost that and not my actual passport? The notebook that I had gotten a while ago at that small gift shop?
That's right, that notebook.
She didn't realize that it was just a simple notebook when she'd picked it up?
She's gotten to that point in her life where age is really starting to affect her eyes, but due to her pride and all, she still won't go out to get any glasses. The fact that she actually thought a notebook like that was the same thing as a real passport does lead me to question some other things about her than just her eyesight, though. She brought that notebook with her all the way to the Bahamas thinking she'd gotten you good.
So she was doing all of that just to hurt me. I'm so sorry for your loss, Devin.
Huh?
Anyway, thank you for taking a look at what was in her bag. Since it didn't happen to be my passport, I'm feeling a whole lot better now.
No worries. How is Rachel doing with you?
She's doing just fine. She just moved into her new place a few days ago, but having her own place now at the age of 19 has really gotten her all excited. She looks to be having a really fun time there. And later, once you arrive back here, you're going to help her set up her first smartphone and everything, right? She told me that she's so excited about that, and she can't even sleep anymore.
I see. I'm so happy to hear that she's getting that excited over everything. The fact that she had to go through 19 years of pain and suffering in my family, all because I was the older brother and was the only child loved by my parents. I'm so happy.
Tomorrow the both of us will be going into town to shop at that massive shopping mall for some new things for her place.
Can you go ahead and tell her that I'll pay for everything later so she is allowed to buy whatever she wants from wherever she wants?
Sure thing. I'll let her know that.
Well, that's all I really had to tell you about today. I'm gonna start getting myself ready to leave this country tomorrow and come back home to you.
Sounds good. Just a little bit more and this will all be over with. Good luck, Devin.
Thank you.
Devin, your father and I already told you about the plane we'd be heading home on and how it would be just fine with you to ride home with us as well. So are you really sure that you want to take a different flight from us still?
I'm sorry, but you both should head home before me on that originally planned flight. There's some trouble going on at work right now, and I don't want to be on a 4-hour plane ride worrying about it all, since there'll be no way for me to take calls on the plane. I'll stay here for the day, and once I've gotten everything sorted out, I'll take the evening flight home. That's really the only choice I have at the moment anyway. Luckily, you have Dad with you still, who's flown all the time, so you won't need me on that flight home with you, right?
Well, I guess I do have him with me.
Anywho, I have to start making some calls now, so I'll have to go, Mom. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna need this thing while I was here, but I made the right choice bringing my laptop and all along with me.
Having to always change your plans from the rest of us like that during this whole trip. I feel so bad for you, Devin. I just can't believe it.
Chloe, thank you so much for waiting. Both my mom and dad have left the country and should have arrived back home by now. And pretty soon here, the plane to New York City will be taken off, and I'll be on my way there to meet you.
Oh, so things have all gone as planned? Great work making all of that happen over there, Devin.
Thank you. It's gonna be about a 5-hour trip for me now, and I won't have any Wi-Fi on this flight, surprisingly. So in a bit here, I'm gonna throw my phone into airplane mode and then take a nap.
Sounds good. I know for a fact that while you're on that plane, your mom is going to be texting me about you not being home yet or something along those lines. Just leave her and her BS to me.
I feel bad for leaving you with her, but please, finish what we started.
Chloe, where did Devin go? You hurry up and reply to me right now. You tell me where Devin is right now.
Jesus Christ. It took you that long before thinking of getting in touch with me again?
Huh?
You and your husband got back home from that trip around 4 hours after taking off yesterday afternoon. Which would mean that you guys had gotten home around 6 or 7 and have been home ever since last night, right? I kind of assumed that you would be trying to call and text me in the middle of the night, realizing something was up. But I never got anything from you and was able to head to sleep myself.
By the time we both made it back home last night, we were exhausted and went right to bed, only waking up just now. I realized that I didn't have my phone on all night and just turned it on as I went to the bathroom.
Which would mean you only just received all those texts about how Devin was cutting ties to the both of you, which you should have been getting last night, right?
And you know where that boy is right now, don't you?
Yes, I know exactly where he's at.
Then you tell me where right now.
He's at a hotel near the airport.
What? So he's still not back to his place here in Ohio, right? Then if I made a trip out to the international airport, I'd be able to find him?
Well, he didn't head back to Ohio, so don't expect for him to be anywhere around that airport.
Huh? He's not coming back to Ohio? What the hell do you mean by that?
Devin and I have decided to move overseas, you see.
You're moving overseas?
Because we both work for the same company and same department in said company, we've told you before about how the company is expanding and needs people to move overseas, right? And this time it's us who will be moving away for work to the new office. We were both asked by management to do so, and we both couldn't just say no to them.
I never heard anything about that, though.
Well, we never told you that part.
Why the hell not? Moving out of the country to live and work someplace else isn't something you guys should be keeping from your parents.
Considering he told you he was cutting ties to the both of you, are you not aware of the reason for why he never said anything about that yet?
I have no idea why. After all that time I put into the boy, making him into an elite, there's no way he would move against us and say that he's willing to cut ties and move away. I'm sure that all of this was your idea and that you've been forcing him to do this. You give us back our Devin right now.
My, oh my. If you haven't even picked up on why this has all happened, then there is no way you've noticed the other 2 things that have changed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What have you noticed about Rachel?
What? Now that you mention her, ever since we arrived back home, we haven't seen her anywhere. I just had a look in her room and all of her things are gone and there's nothing left of her.
You're talking about the 3 cases of things she had in that tiny closet she'd been living in? I can't believe that she survived 19 years living in that home with you and never once ran away from you guys.
She should be happy that someone as useless as her was even allowed to have 3 things worth of stuff in this house.
I had always wanted to ask about this, but what about Rachel makes you call her a useless person like that so often?
Because she's so clumsy at everything she does, and when it comes to her grades in school.
The high school Rachel went to happened to be the top performing school in the state, right?
Huh?
And in that school, she graduated as the valedictorian.
Huh?
Her strong points were things like linguistics and social sciences, which allowed for her to excel in pretty much every class when it came to things like speeches and group projects. She was also able to get the highest score on the SAT out of the whole entire school, as well as with the ACT. She was considered the best student that school had ever seen, and one of the brightest people for her age in the country.
Huh?
I'm not sure when or where you were looking at that girl, but from what I know about Rachel, she is too intelligent to fail like you and your husband wanted. So after talking with Devin and her about her future, we all decided that she'd be coming with the two of us to go and live overseas.
Are you kidding me? So you guys are already...
We've gone and met with Devin at the airport just now, and we'll be leaving the country soon. Rachel's told us that when we arrive into our new country of residence, she's going to get to work making it into their top university.
What the hell is going on? How could you?
I can see you're already in a lot of shock, but it's too soon for that yet.
What else is there?
Well, there's still one more thing before we're done with you.
And what the hell could that be?
Your husband.
What? All of my husband's things are gone as well.
I'm not too sure how he went about doing a lot of that, but for some time now, he's been talking with Devin about how he'd be moving a lot of his things out, little by little.
Where did my husband go?
As far as I'm aware, he's not at home with you anymore.
Well, you have to know more than the obvious about him.
If you want to know everything that I'm aware of, it seems that he's gone and left the company he'd been working at. An early retirement, perhaps?
He retired?
He'd been trying to warn you for years now to cut it out with treating your children so differently from one another, and said that he could no longer put up with your constant babying of Devin while treating Rachel like trash. So he'd been aiming for the perfect time to divorce you.
Divorce me?
I was pretty shocked, too, to learn a lot of this from Devin after he'd been talking with his dad about everything. But it turns out that around the time Devin entered middle school, your husband noticed that you weren't paying any attention to Rachel and started to ask why. And the only answers you'd give were that Devin was the first child and needed to be treated as such by being spoiled and supported with all your energy.
But
I guess he continued to try and talk you out of doing that to Rachel ever since then, but every single time he would, you'd grow more and more upset, taking it all out on Rachel.
He never said anything to me about it like he was wanting me to stop, though.
That's not how he made it seem to us, and he's even shown Devin some of the conversations you guys had years ago, proving that you never cared about his views on this either. Anyway, he told us that a lawyer would be getting in touch with you really soon about that, and that they would be the only way for you to communicate with him anymore.
He is a lawyer now, too?
Now, that's all I really have that I can say to you, so with that...
Chloe!
Goodbye forever.
Chloe!
When it comes to Devin's dad and what he did to run away from his wife, he took all the things he could in his car and went to stay in an Airbnb somewhere outside the state. A few days later, he was able to get the divorce from Bev and is now moving out to be with some friends of his and help them with some work for a little extra cash. The story of all of this was soon heard throughout the neighborhood, and this led to everyone referring to Bev as a family of one, and they all began to stop supporting her as well. The house happened to be her family's, so in the end, she never had to leave it or anything with the divorce. But for someone who wanted to just stay inside for the rest of her life, never to face the world of embarrassment she'd created again, she had no choice but to go out and find a job. She's now working at a grocery store on the other side of the neighborhood, where she gets to overhear all the drama in town. Particularly what everyone still has to say about her, and how they expected something like this to happen to her over time. She started to think about quitting her job, since the pain of having to go out in front of everyone is too much. And since she's gotten her half of her ex-husband's money, she's begun staying home more and more often, spending it all without limits, hoping she'll one day be fired and not have to go out again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.